Welcome back. This is your weekly tarot forecast for August 14th to August 20th. I'm Mika, and I'm going to go ahead and just get started using the Tizama Tarot this week. A beautiful deck combining collage and some sketch art. It's a wonderful deck. I think you can get this on Amazon. I can't quite remember. I bought this from the artist directly. So, yeah, beautiful deck. And let's go ahead and get started and ask our spirit guides and our guardian spirits what it is we need to know for the next consecutive 7 days to deliver a clear message on what it is we need to know for the next consecutive 7 days. Now, I have to remind everyone that this is a collective reading. If you want a personalized reading, you can contact me through my socials in the description box and make an appointment. I only do readings on Friday evenings and Saturdays for now. This week I am available because I took FTO from my day job. So if you would like a reading, please contact me using the channels in the description box. All right, we'll stop here. Our surprise card is the Ten of Wands. Drop your burdens. Drop the excess weight. You don't need to carry it. We're being called to examine the things that we're carrying, especially since this is rolling off the Lionsgate portal, or for those who follow ancient Egyptian spiritual practice or Kemetic spiritual practice, the Heliacal Rising of Sirius. Please look it up because there's a lot going on behind it. But basically, it's a point in time in early August where the sun aligns with the star Sirius, and there's a lot of meaning behind that. And basically it's treated as a very, very, very fortunate time of the year, and also a time of the year where you can actually set some things into motion and release some things from the past. Like releasing a lot of karma is one reason why people look upon this event in the stars so fondly and so critically. And the Ten of Wands is definitely about not just releasing things that no longer serve you, but things from your past or past lives that may have been burdening you, weighing you down in some ways, not necessarily materially, but emotionally and moreover spiritually, because as above, so below. So this card is saying, really, really examine the things you've been carrying, things that have been kind of haunting you, whether you are the guilty party or not, to really get honest, get clear about the things that you're carrying and release them. 10, it consists of two numbers, 1 and 0. 1 representing the opportunity and 0 representing infinite potential. So there is an opportunity here to utilize the energy and the potential that you have in order to change things. And the only way, one of the ways, the most important way we start to change is to acknowledge the things we need to let go of and then let go of them. Okay, so we'll put that off to the side. Kind of a surprise message, but we're going to continue. Our theme of the week. Wait, these cards are a little sticky. Beginning, middle, and opposing forces, and our guidance. For our theme, we have the Page of Wands. To continue rolling off the message that we just got with the Ten of Wands, again, this is about opportunity. We have a great opportunity to release the things that we know we can't continue to carry and to start over in a way. This is about inviting yourself to start over, inviting yourself to embark on new endeavors, new projects, new situations, maybe even a whole new lifestyle. This is like the planting time. Like, we've gathered our harvest and now we're planting. We're starting to plant. We're planning our gardens for spring. So if there is something you've been inclined to start, or you feel like you're being held back from starting, this is your opportunity. There is energy available to start, to get started, to plant your stake in the sand, and use this week as your starting point. I'm hearing invitation to other things. So there may very well be invitations coming in, but the primary message is a metaphorical one, even metaphysical, to let go so you can start. For the beginning of the week, we have the Tower. What you do not initiate, Spirit will initiate for you. If you don't move, you'll get moved. So you're being told to get out of the way. And even in some ways, get things out of the way. The Tower is not a bad card. To me, there are no bad cards in the tarot. There are cards that remind you of what you need to navigate, and there are cards that encourage you, to continue the path that you're on. This is a card that tells you what needs to be done or experienced or even allowed in order for you to progress. The Tower is a card of cleansing. It's also a card of divine intervention. It's also letting you know that if you sit and let life happen, it's going to feel like things are being torn apart. But in reality, you're being pushed into action because you've sat idle for so long. There's also avoidance that I'm getting. Some of you may have been avoiding things that you know you need to take care of in many areas of your life, especially immediate areas, and you're being told to get off your ass and do what it is you need to do, or else it's gonna get done for you, or you're gonna experience some hard times until you actually do it. Wait, it's not a bad card, but it's definitely a heavy one. Middle of the week, we have the Sun. Again, they're telling us do it or it's gonna get done for you. But if you do it yourself and actually get it over with, you're gonna be much better for it. And you're going to be supported afterward. So it's not like you're going to be thrown on your head. God didn't bring you this far just to drop you on your head. You're going to be provided for and supported, but you're being asked to trust yourself to do the things, or even to acknowledge that there are some things that have to happen in order for you to move forward. And it's beyond your control. But after those things happen and you accept it for what it is, you're going to come out on the other side and you're going to have everything you need in order to move forward again. So after you take the trash out, then you can freshen up and get on with the thing. There's also a light energy to this, not merely because it's the sun, but because a burden is being lifted. And remember our message from earlier about cleansing and releasing ourselves from burdens that no longer serve us, So you can start to plant new seeds, start new projects and endeavors, a new lifestyle, a new way of life, whatever it is you desire to begin. And the Tower is very much like, do this or you're gonna shit or get off the pot, basically. But it's gonna work out in your favor. Everything is working out in your favor if you trust yourself, trust spirit, your spirits, your ancestors to assist you after everyone is done moving things out of the way and giving you that fresh start. And for the end of the week, we have the King of Cups. This is emotional mastery. This is also a deeply spiritual card. It's a person who, and emotional, it's a person who's asserted some level of mastery over their emotions, and they're really in touch with their intuition. They're really connected to their spirits and the spirit realm. And you're gonna realize after the initial bumps and clearing from the beginning of the week that what you were feeling, really, you just kind of settle in to those emotions. You settle in to the aftermath of the beginning and middle of the week, and you come to a realization that it was you all along. That your emotional and spiritual state really, really dictates how you process these events and these changes in your life. You're also going to come to some understanding that a lot of the changes you need to make in order to progress are changes that had to be made a long time ago, not just weeks or months ago, but years ago. Maybe even from prior past lives. And you just reach a place where you go, yeah, I know I should have done that, but I'm glad that I did it now. And that I trusted myself enough to do it now. And I'm going to rest in the fact that it's been done and I no longer need to worry about it, or you are better equipped to handle it the next time it may come up. This can also be a man who is skilled in navigating their emotions, but for the most part, this is any person who has come to some peace with their situation, of course, after what needs to be done is done. Our opposing forces, really, it's ourselves at this point. We're on a path to victory, but the more we resist, the harder it is to get there. It's easy to be stubborn because we only know what works for us, and we're disinclined to try new things or to release what's worked for so long because they provide a sense of security. We're basically being told to abandon that sense of security and let the chips fall where they may so you can get what you actually need and deserve and come to some peace. Drop your guard. Allow yourself to process what's happening and keep moving forward. Again, we have the horse symbolism telling us that we're going to be provided with what we need to move forward. But you have to accept what's going on, what needs to be done, and the fact that there are parts of the situation that you can't control anyway. And most of all, to drop our defensiveness, to let go of those old things, those old habits that you rely on for security, and look forward to better things or things that are of greater service to you rather than what you've been holding on to. And our guidance is you gotta trust that you'll be provided for. And you also have to trust that where you are now, even if it doesn't feel like you have much to work with, you actually have more than enough to start and change things. The Tower is really just telling us to take action before it becomes harder than it needs to. The Five of Pentacles is telling us no matter the outcome, once you accept what needs to be done and what you had to release in order to reach this point, you'll come to the understanding that you've already had enough to begin with. That what you have is what you need is already what you is. They're talking so fast right now. That everything you've been praying for, everything that you say you need in order to start again, you already have. It may not seem like much, but it's more than sufficient to get you started and to propel you forward. So rather than looking outward for people to provide, recognize that you are already capable of providing and generating and manifesting and bringing in those things because you already have them. And it's a matter of shifting your mindset, shifting your emotions, mastering your emotions, and channeling them in a way that encourages and empowers the work that you're trying to do in order to build the life that you want. And it's important that you stop resisting the very thing you say you want. The Tower is really serving. It's gonna feel destructive before the beginning of the week, and for some people, you've already been feeling the purge happen in different ways. Some of you have already been relocated. Some of you have changed jobs. Some of you have maybe even lost your job. Breakups are happening. We still got Venus retrograde, and we have Mercury stationing, well, in shadow before it stations retrograde. So we got a lot going on here. There is a lot going on. But we're really being encouraged to focus on ourselves and what we already have in front of us to assist us in navigating our lives, improving our lives where we can, and establishing our own sense of freedom for it. And of course, recognizing where our emotions can be the weapon formed against us, and just opting to chill and trust in trust in ourselves, trust our spirits, trust spirit, that we're being provided for no matter what the externals may look like, and to use what we have to provide for ourselves and cultivate our lives. And that is our forecast for this week. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. Please keep it nice and easy. And again, if you want a personal reading, all my info is in the description box. Until next time, take care.